All right, so in this position here, what you want to notice first is where there's contact. And if you take a closer look, the rook and the bishop here have contact, but also there's contact here. So we want to take the bishop, but they're going to take our bishop back too. So it's going to be an even exchange. Is there a way we can win material somehow? Andrew.
You first move the bishop to b7 to check the king. The king would probably move to h1 or g1, and then you can use the rook to take the bishop.
Yeah, so really good job there. And this is what most of today's class is going to be about here. This is called an intermediate move, like an in-between move. So again, our bishop is under attack. So instead of just blindly trading, what we do is we move our bishop away first, but with the check. So white has to respond to the check first, and then their own bishop is hanging. So you'll see this trend today. Let's see, let's try. All right, guys, so let's try this one here. It's white to move. Find us white's best move. Best of luck. Okay, let's go, Gloria.
Like since the other way, the first way, you'd have an even exchange where you both win queens. But I feel like you should try to I don't know, check the king with the knight first, and then let the queen go somewhere.
All right, so right idea. And I like how he said the first way. So knight takes queen, bishop takes queen. It's an even exchange. So I like it. You're looking on the right track here. And so if we look at this position here, you're on the right track. You're thinking somehow attacking the king. With the knight, we can't really do quite anything. And also, if the knight checks the king, now there's nothing attacking the queen. But there is a way we can attack this king. Do a little in-between check. And then win material. All right, let's go. Andrew.
I was thinking something with the queen, but then I don't really know where to go. If there weren't the pawns in front, you could like move it to the 8th rank, but there are pawns.
Yeah, so right idea. There's one really good move. Gloria.
I think it's queen e7. Basically, like you check the king, and the king's probably gonna capture the queen, and then your knight goes to 5.
Yeah, there you go. So that was the one. So yeah, this one is a queen sacrifice. You might not see that often, but so that's basically what's happening here. Is we take the bishop check, and you might be freaking out like, why did you just lose a queen? The thing, it's temporary, because as soon as they take, now we take the queen, and our knight stays alive. So we take out the bishop first, then we take out the queen. So again, a little in-between move. Yeah, it does win a bishop. The thing is, like, we win the bishop, but then they never take our knight back. So our knight stays. Let's see. Let's do some more ones. Huh. All right, guys. So let's try this one here. White to move. Find me white's best move. Now there's two possible solutions for this one, but one is a lot better. All right, guys, so try taking a look here. Let's go. Gloria, do you have an answer?
I mean, I kind of have an idea. I feel like it's kind of wrong because like it's not exactly good, but like I feel like I don't know how this makes much more difference than the queen being on e3, but queen d4, bishop takes, pawn takes, queen.
Oh man, you're so close. You're so close. So right idea, you're checking the king with the queen and then trying to take the queen back. But you see that it would check here.
Another one, I feel like maybe you let them lose the bishop where I don't. But I feel like it's I don't. Oh, it doesn't seem very right because you kind of lose a lot of your pieces. And it's not really gonna help because no matter what, like this move is just gonna still like you'd probably win the queen, but like your queen is gonna get captured.
Yeah, so 100%. You're on the right track though. If we focus closer here, our pawn can take this queen, but the bishop can take our queen. So similar scenario. So we just gotta move this queen.
Wait, we're gonna move the queen, so this is a queen move?
It is. That'll be my hint.
Okay. Queen c3.
There you go, queen c3. You see what that does? Queen c3, check. These diagonal checks with the queen are very sneaky and hard to see. So it's a nice tool to use against your opponent. But yeah, so queen c3 attacks the king, and the king has to move. They can try blocking however they want. We just take it. And once they move, or wherever they move, then we just take the queen. So these intermediate moves, they're very good because a lot of your opponents, especially at your guys' level, they're not very good at calculating your response. So they might make a lot of mistakes like this. So we move the queen out of the way with a check, and then we take the queen. You can also try taking the knight with a check, and then take the queen. You win a knight. But the first move is a lot better because you win a whole queen, not just one knight. But yeah, so idea here is when there's contact here, you just escape with a check. And you guys will get used to this pretty well. So there's a lot of examples coming. Let's see. All right, guys, so this one here, white to move, find me white's best move. Best of luck. Give you guys 25 seconds on this one. All right, let's go, Cassie.
Rook to d3.
Rook to d3. So good job. Like rook d3. The good thing about rook d3 is that the rook is under attack. So rook out way, it's no longer under
It also
attack.
defends. No, never mind. The bishop could also eat the rook too.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Bishop can take the rook. They can take our rook. Again, we're in that similar position here where we take the rook, they take our rook. It's an even exchange. So can we do anything here? This rook is hanging, but then our rook is hanging too. And so can we get rid of this rook? Or at least make this rook go in a safe spot in a forceful way and then take the rook? Rook d3 is close though. Let's go, Gloria.
I mean, after you said moving your rook into a safe spot, then I kind of changed my mind. But like, what I had before is like where you like take the rook on b8, the king takes, and then your bishop takes the rook. But
Yeah.
after you said put it in a very safe spot, I'm not sure. I'm not so sure.
So that was the move actually.
Oh.
Because here, notice our rooks are being exchanged, and then we win a rook. So we won a whole rook there. Instead of just if we just took, black would have still been winning here. But yeah, so this was the right move. Rook takes check, then we take the other rook, and this is a comfortable win for black. If you want to win from this position, you just pick off on all these pawns. I'll start with these two. You go just like that, take the pawn, get your king involved, promote your pawns. All right, so let's go. Right, 315. Should we? All right, guys, so let's try this one here. White to move. Find me white's best move. Best of luck. Okay, so this one might feel a little, or like this theme, this tactile theme might feel a little difficult because there's always a lot of contact going on. But you'll get used to it the more we practice here. So first, find where the contact is, and then from there, see if you can find any ways to win material. Let's go, Gloria.
So knight to b5, I think, and then it checks the king. So then the king's gonna have to move somewhere into like a safe spot, and then that saves your knight from being captured, and you also get a bishop.
There you go. This one right here. So now you guys are really feel like getting warmed up to this one. That's good. So here, our knight is hanging. Their bishop is also hanging. So if we just go ahead and take the bishop, they take our knight, even trade. But of course, we want to look at different options, not just the first one we see. So we say, okay, our knight is hanging, but what if we check the king? Now it's no longer hanging. Now we get a whole bishop. And also go here right after. But good job there. Great one. Let's see, let's keep going. Let's retry this one. Yeah, let's try this one, guys. So white to move, find me white's best move. Best of luck. If you notice carefully, our two rooks are under a fork. And they're under a pin. I've never seen this before, but... So find me white's best move here. Okay, let's go Cassie or Cece.
I think I accidentally did lower the hand.
Oh, that's okay. All right. Andrew, do you know it?
I think first you should like move one of the rooks to the 8th ring to check.
Yeah.
And then I don't know.
Let's say king moves away.
I don't
So
know.
this
Move
rook is now
Rook away
safe.
again. Move the other rook to like the 8th or 7th ring too.
Yeah, you can honestly move this rook anywhere. But good job. That was the answer. And here we not really winning material, but the idea is we're escaping this attack. And with an intermediate move, so in between check. And guys, these in between checks, like they catch people so well because people they don't calculate their opponent's response very clearly. So this really like pauses their thought process, throws them off a lot. So guys, always be aware whenever you see an exposed king, look for these kinds of attacks, or when you see it. Okay, not that one. It's an odd looking one. Okay, this one is an interesting one. So white to move, find me white's best combination, best of luck. And guys, really make sure that you're aware of your opponent's options here, what they will do next before you play your move. All right, Gloria.
Wait, so basically I have a question. Are we trying to find check in this?
We're trying to find white's best combination. So white's best move.
Basically like what will get you the best results. So not exactly best move to check.
Yeah, what'll get you the best result? It could be a check, it could be not. Can't say that because it's gonna make it a lot more simple. I do.
I kind of feel like you should capture the rook first, but then we get a very strange. Yeah, I don't think that's right though, because I feel like if you just left the rook there, then it'd be so obvious on everything.
Yeah, so your hunch is right. You're wondering, isn't this rook free? Isn't this rook free? So guys, do we take the rook? All right, so let's see. Oh, all right. So let's go, Andrew. What do you think?
Well, at first I wanted to do what Gloria did, but then the queen would checkmate on h1.
Yeah.
So then I thought that you could move the rook to h4 to check the king, and the king move, and then the queen takes the rook. But then if the queen, after that, if the queen tries to checkmate, you can use the rook to take the queen.
Yeah. So rook h4 was the move. Great job here. Great calculating too. This was a sneaky one, huh? And this is why I say, guys, like, remember, you're not the only player. When you play chess, guys, like, don't just focus only on you. Your opponent has moves too. So try to predict, try to always be aware of what they're gonna do. And like not in the sense of like be worried, scared of their moves, but like just be aware of what they will do next. Like before just taking the rook blindly. Say, okay, if we take the rook, what can black do? And you say, oh, there's one crazy attack. Okay, let's try this move. Defends that attack, and we take the rook. All right, let's see. I'm gonna give you guys a different puzzle for now. So this one's just an overall checkmate sequence. But so guys, white to move, find me white's best combination, best of luck. So this one, we'll just do it like, I'll give you guys 20 more seconds. And if you guys get it, great. If you guys don't, I'll play the first move and then so on. All right, let's go Andrew for now.
I think the first move is to move the queen to e7.
Mm-hmm. Nice move. Queen e7. King will probably go c8. It's the only move.
I don't know. I think
So-
you have to like. Oh wait, never mind. Use the bishop to take the rook on a8.
Oh, okay. So good try. Very, very solid effort. We do. This actually does look like an intermediate move, huh? So the queen moves out of the way. The knight is no longer attacking it. Was a check. And then we take the rook. Oops. And then we take the
Oh
rook.
wait. Or you could no, never mind.
All right, so close, so
I
close.
thought that like you could move the queen to e8 and then the king had to move there. No. Wait, never mind.
Queen e8. All right. So good try. Very, very solid effort. Yeah, you have good at tactics, Andrew. I just want to hear Gloria's idea.
So I think the starting move is the same as Andrew's.
Uh-huh.
And then after your king moves to that spot, I'm not sure, but I feel like you should I sacrifice your queen.
Okay, what move? Elaborate. So close.
Queen e8.
Yeah, Queen e8, because we have a rook defending it. And then, so sorry guys, this is a lot of visualization, but try your best to keep up. So the bishop is blocking off of this diagonal. So if the queen goes on e7, king c8, queen e8 check, notice the king cannot go here because of our bishop. So rook takes queen, and then what's the last move? Andrew? No, this is a lot of thinking ahead, but try your best, guys. So
Or,
queen
yeah.
e8.
Yeah, you move the queen there. So if that moves there, if the rook takes and he's the rook to take there. So then now the king can't move. If the king moves to b7, the bishop is protecting.
Yeah, so rook is going to be here, bishop's going to be here, the king is over here. Really good visualizing there, guys. No, pushed you a lot hit there, but no, this is honestly a simple back rank mate. From here, and then we see you got a rook and the queen, so we can just checkmate him on the back rank. And guys, if it gives you checkmate, guys, don't be afraid to even just consider moves that might give up a queen. So good job there. Very good job. All right, so let's go back to some other puzzles. Oh, okay. So white to move here. Find me white's best move. White's best combination. Best of luck. All right, guys, I'll give you guys 30 more seconds on this one. And I just want to say one thing here, and that is this bishop looks free. So can we just take the bishop? That's going to be my question. And for you guys to know the answer, pretend you're black. See if black has any moves. All right, guys, take your time. So it seems like the bishop is free. But is it? All right, Andrew.
Like if you were to take the bishop, the knight on h6 can pin your queen by going to g4.
Yeah.
So you probably have to like do something to like check the king or something.
Yep, on the right track. So what move does that?
e8.
There you go. Queen e8 check. The king moves. Then we just take the bishop. So very good job. And notice how important it is, guys, to be aware of your opponent's next move. So instead of just going bishop takes right away, we make sure that we know what our opponent is going to do next. And our opponent next has this very strong attacking move. So that's why we move our queen out of the way first, and then we take the bishop. Good job, guys. Very good job. It's not an easy one. All right, guys, so give this one a go. White move, find me white's best move. Best of luck, or white's best combination. All right, guys, keep on thinking here. I'll give you guys a hint here. If we look at the contact here, this rook has contact with this bishop. This rook has contact with this rook, but this knight is defending both of them. So keyword here, this knight is defending both of them. This knight is defending two pieces at the same time, which looks like this knight is almost handling too much than it can handle. So we capture one of the pieces and move the knight out of the way. The other one is hanging. With that being said, guys, find me white's best move. Best of luck. Andrew, do you have anything?
If you take the bishop, then the knight will take, and if you move the rook to take the other rook,
Yeah, so moves take the bishop, knight takes, and then rook takes. Now this is not right. So close though, because so we take the bishop, but black can take our rook here.
Oh, then you do the opposite. Take
Yeah. So the opposite has a check, so it's more forcing, and then we take the bishop. Same outcome. Well, except we're up a rook this time. But so this also shows how the difference with one move order can make here. So if we take the bishop, there's nothing forcing going on. So black has the option to not take our rook, just take our other rook. But if we take the rook first with a check, the knight is out of the way, then the bishop is hanging. All right, so let's see here. Oh, we did this one. All right, guys, so this one here, find me black's best combination. Best of luck. Kind of a fun one. Now notice, guys, the pawns are going this way for black. That means white's pawn is going this way. That means white's about to promote. And if we let white promote, we're done. No, there's no coming back from that game. So try to find me a way we can stop this pawn from promoting. Right now, our king can't really come in because this pawn is blocking our way, and this pawn is blocking that square. But what can we do here? Gloria.
I kind of feel like you should. At first, I kind of feel like you should move that pawn somewhere to give your king space. But if you move your pawn, then that white pawn is just gonna move directly. It's just gonna directly promote. So, I mean, I'm kind of not sure right now.
Oh,
I don't remember what I was gonna say. Not really.
so you keep getting super close, super close.
Why?
So your idea is actually right. We do move the pawn to get the king here, except we can't let the other pawn push. So can we do something forcing here? That pawn. Yes, Andrew.
You move the pawn on G7 to G5 to check the king.
Yeah,
So the king
check.
takes.
Magic word.
Then you move the king to G7.
Yeah, and then G7. So that was the thing here is G5 is a check. So the pawn cannot promote. So I guess that's also the power of checks too. No, we don't need to check to checkmate all the time. Sometimes we can use a check to get a piece out of the way. In this case, now we stop the pawn from promoting, and then these guys can just push. We win the game. All right, guys. So, oh, someone's a. You can do this one, guys. So white to move, find me. No, sorry, black to move, find me black's best combination. Best of luck. All right, Gloria.
I think you use the rook on d6 to check the king first, and then the king moves to a safer spot away from the rook, and then the rook on f6 takes the white rook on f1.
Yeah, so good job. That was the entire combination. Good job. Rook c3 check. The rook is out of the way. King moves, and then the other rook is hanging. So good job there. I'm gonna give you guys. Let's see. Let's give you guys one of these. All right, guys. So This one is an overall tactical theme, so it could be any. So here I want you guys to find me white's best move, and it's gonna be a checkmate in 3. So we have not done a lot of these, but they're all like forcing moves. So, and they do involve different tactical themes. But guys, give this one a try. White to move, find me white's best combination. All right, guys, keep on thinking here. If you notice here, it looks like black's got some sort of attack coming. So we can't really move our rook. But if we start simplifying this to the forcing moves. So forcing moves can include moves that force black to react. So something like queen takes. But there is also another really good forcing move. Gloria, do you have any ideas?
So like by forcing move, I think we should like check the king in some way.
Yeah.
Like either like queen to g7. Sorry, was it? Yeah, queen to g7 or queen to h7. I feel like those moves are pretty forcing, but I think h7 looks better though.
All right. So good job. It actually is one of those two moves. But the idea is, okay, what happens after? So if we look here, queen g7, the rook will probably take. And then afterwards, there's nothing too much. We can try checking, but then rook blocks back. Now queen h7, king takes h7. Now the king is here. Notice, guys, the king is now here on h7. The king is on h7, right on this diagonal of the bishop. Does that remind you of any themes? If we had a king on h7 here, we just got to move this rook. So as a recap, guys, the first move is queen h7, but now we're looking at what do we do after. Now it's a checkmate in 2 from that position. Andrew.
I was thinking first you move your rook. Wait, no. You can move your rook to e8 and the rook might take. And then you move
So rook e8, rook takes. Oh yeah, and then after that, I don't think we have much. Yeah.
you move your queen to h7.
Oh, I see. Queen. Okay, yeah. So the thing with that one was that when the rook goes to e8, it opens up this diagonal with the bishop. So black can just checkmate us immediately because it's not a check yet. But good try. That's actually a very good try.
Or you could first move the queen there and then move the rook. Oh wait, no.
And then, so
You
so
first
close.
go there, then the king's gonna take.
And then after the king takes.
Wait, you move your rook to e7.
Yeah, e7. So that'll be double check. I don't know if you guys can see it. With the bishop and with the rook. All right, guys. So it's not over yet. We still got to find one more move for checkmate. But recap. Queen h7, check. King takes h7. King is now here. Rook e7, double check. So the bishop and the rook are checking that king. So the king actually only has one move there, and that's to go back to h8. So now, guys, You got a king on h8. You got a rook that's on e7. You got a bishop that's covering this.
You
What
move-
is white's best move? So I'll play the combination here. Queen here, king takes, rook double check, king goes back.
You move the rook into h7.
Rook h7, check, mate. Double check, rook h7. So that was a really good one, guys. 1898, almost 2001. So good job, guys. And a lot of tactile themes discovered are like done in there. Yeah, good job, guys. So unfortunately, that's gonna be it for today's class.